Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy, boop, boop. That's me, boop, Debsy. Hey guys, so first of all, before we get into ManCrush Monday, listen, I don't have roots anymore. I mean, they're gray, but now, they were gray, but now they're pink. So I got my hair done today. The color is a little darker than I thought it would be. You really can't even see it that much right now, but there we go. So they're pink. It's pink. It's a little magenta. I know it's going to fade out, but I kind of love it. I don't think Dolly's that big a fan of it, but she said, hey, it's fun. Whatever you want to do, it's your head. So there we go. So I got my roots done and I continue on the path of no makeup. So enjoy that. So let's move forward. I hope everybody had a great second day of the year. I was off today, got a lot done. That's not why I'm here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about today's ManCrush Monday. Today's ManCrush Monday is going out to a friend, a fellow vloggerino and friend and subscriber of the channel, and that is Amy Bryant. So Amy, this one is for you because today, whoop, 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 we are spotlighting Nick Jonas. Oh, woo, let me tell you what, I know he can sing and I know he's released records, but listen, when he takes his shirt off, game over. That's it. I see exactly what Priyanka Chopra saw in him. Yes, please. So let's get into it. Nick Jonas, he was born on September 16th, 1992 in Dallas, Texas. And he was raised actually in Wyckoff, New Jersey, and he was homeschooled by his mom. He got his big break when his mom was getting her hair cut. She was getting her hair cut and he was discovered. Shortly after that, he appeared in several Broadway shows starting at the age of 7. While he was in, I believe it was Beauty and the Beast, he wrote a song called Joy to the World, and then it was called Joy to the World, A Christmas Prayer. That was used on a compilation CD that was, I believe it was released to raise money for a charity. It had all other songs from other Broadway stars. And that then caught the attention of Columbia Records. He was signed to Columbia Records and he released a debut album in 2004. Now that debut album, it had a couple songs that were co-written with his brothers, Kevin and Joe, and Kevin and Joe also sang on those songs. Well, a new president comes in for Columbia. He liked Nick's voice. He didn't like the album. So what he did was he signed Nick and Joe and Kevin as a band. So that started the Jonas Brothers. And interestingly enough, the name that they were considering before they were the Jonas Brothers was Sons of Jonas. Not long after that, Nick was then diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. That was at age 13. So after they were signed, they came out in 2006 with their first album, the Jonas Brothers did. It's called About Time. They had opened up for several different bands, Kelly Clarkson, Backstreet Boys, and they also made appearances on several Disney Channel related soundtracks. Despite all of that, their album, It's About Time, it really didn't get a lot of backing from the label. There wasn't a lot of promotion of it. So they then left that label and they signed with Hollywood Records. On Hollywood Records, they released their second album, which was self-titled Jonas Brothers, and that was on August 7th of 2007. That landed them in the top 5 on the Billboard 200 in the US. They went on to appear in an episode of Hannah Montana, and then in 2003, they had a really big year. They got their own Disney series, which was Jonas Brothers, Living the Dream. They appeared in the iconic Camp Rock, and they had released their third album, a little bit longer. A little bit longer did even better than their first effort, and because a little bit longer debuted at #1 in the top 200. 2009 was just as busy for them because they released a 3D biopic of one of their concerts. They then got a second Disney Channel series called Jonas, and they released their fourth album, which was Lines, Vines, and Trying Times, also debuted at #1 in the top 200 in the US. After that, they took a little bit of a hiatus from each other. Nick formed the band Nick Jonas and the Administration, I believe it was called. He performed on Broadway. He performed in London's West End. I believe he also performed maybe at the Hollywood Bowl in Hairspray. He was also in the sequel to Camp Rock, which was Camp Rock 2: The Final Jam. In May of 2012, it was kind of the start of the end, because in May of 2012, the band left Hollywood Records. And then in October of 2012, they were planning on touring and I believe releasing an album. And then October 29th of 2012, they out of nowhere just split up. And they said it was because of there was a deep rift in the band over creative experiences or creative processes. So 2012, it all fell apart. Some of the solo things that Nick embarked on: he was in a few episodes of Hawaii Five-0. He was in the drama series Kingdom. And then he released the songs Chains and Jealous. And then that led to 2014, his second solo album, which was just self-titled Nick Jonas. Also in 2014, he had a recurring role on Ryan Murphy's Scream Queens. He had his third album was then released. It was called Last Year Was Complicated. Also in 2017, he appeared in the Jumanji film Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. And then in 2019, the boys are back. The Jonas Brothers reunited. They released the super catchy and pretty fantastic music video for Sucker. I'm a sucker for you. I'm a everywhere around you. I'm a sucker for you. That's not how it goes. Somewhere in there, I can't remember when, but listen, Nick Jonas got married, and beautiful couple. I'm going to tell you right now. Nick Jonas, Priyanka Chopra. Listen, beautiful. I don't blame him for marrying her, and I don't blame her for marrying him. That's a beautiful couple. So they released, but the Jonas Brothers in 2019 released Sucker. They released their album Happiness Begins, and they went on a world tour. And if my niece-in-law is watching this, they made Alyssa very, very happy, because I know she probably bought the CD, and I know for sure she enjoyed herself at their stop in Pittsburgh. So that's awesome. And then also during all of that, Nick was a coach on The Voice. He was there for season 18 and season 20. And then in 2021, he was on, I believe he guest hosted Saturday Night Live. He performed a song on there. And in 2021, he also released his third solo album, Spaceman. So that's a little bit of his career. For his charity work, he's worked with a lot of different charities. He's worked with Disney's Friends for Change, which is they promote environmentally friendly behavior. Real easy for me to say. He has donated to the North Texas Food Bank and has also worked with Feeding America. He has worked with the charity Do Something. So in 2017, he worked with Demi Lovato and his brother Joe's band, which was DNCE, and they put together a Crowd Rise campaign to raise money for relief for Hurricane Harvey victims. In 2020, he and his wife donated to several charities to help fight the outbreak of the vid. I'm not going to say the whole thing because I don't know if YouTube likes us to do that. And also another charity that he had started. He started the charity Change for the Children Foundation, and that's basically to raise money for and bring awareness to diabetes. Okay, and some interesting facts. His favorite pop, listen, I say pop. Everybody else will say soda. I say pop because I'm Western Pennsylvania. His favorite pop is Diet Pepsi. He has quite a few heritages in him. He's Italian, German, Irish, English, Scottish, Cherokee, and of French Canadian descent. It's a lot. He was inspired to play guitar by watching Fall Out Boy, and he owns 12 guitars. His favorite sport is baseball, and he loves the Yankees and Derek Jeter. Smart man. His favorite Starbucks drinks, if you ever see Nick Jonas at a Starbucks and you want to buy him a drink, his favorite drink is a green tea frappuccino. And I don't know if this was his first crush. It might have been, but his celebrity crush was on Jessica Alba. He also had a crush on Shania Twain. So there's some interesting information, some kind of interesting facts about Nick Jonas. And listen, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share some pictures of the yumminess here. Listen, I do all my editing, all my filming, and all my editing on my phone. So if it were up to me, I would put all the shirtless pictures of Nick Jonas because that's what I love. Wait a minute. How did I forget this? There was one other really cool, interesting fact I forgot to tell about this. Listen, and this happened directly here in Western Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh. This was years and years ago. But for the Pride Parade in Pittsburgh, they were supposed to have Iggy Azalea the rapper. She was supposed to be the headliner. Well, then some very terrible, horrible tweets had come out that she had put out there years ago. They were homophobic and they were disgusting. And so she was gone. They needed someone to step in, and it was Nick Jonas stepped in and said, I will do it. He offered himself and he saved the day for Pittsburgh Pride. So that's pretty awesome. I completely forgot about that. So getting back to what I was saying before, I'm gonna put some videos, some pictures here. I'm editing and filming on my iPhone. My iPhone, for some reason, iMovie will not let me put, it will cut off the body, you know? So I really wish I could put more pictures of his, all this, and it'll cut it off. So you're probably gonna get all this, like that. So with that being said, if nobody has told you yet today, I love you, you're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, and hope and positivity out there. Please spread love and acceptance liberally. And everybody remember, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I don't know why I can't remember what to say. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.